This digital football concept, Guinness Football Manager, has for the very first time come to Cameroon to satisfy the fantasy of Cameroonians and other African football fans who've always wished to coach their favorite Premier League team.
The Guinness Football Manager is a fantasy football league whereby you go online, you register first, you create your team, and then you select the players you want to put in your team and to manage those guys the way you want to manage them.
The presentation of Guinness Football Manager in Douala, Cameroon brought together all stakeholders of football from all nooks and crannies, not just because of the brand, but also due to the caliber of ambassador that was chosen to champion the cause. It is the iconic, charismatic and prolific Italian-born Roberto Dimateo, former Chelsea coach and winner of the 2012 UEFA Champions League and 30-time scorer for Italy, that Guinness Cameroon SA chose to be the brand ambassador.
I've joined up with Guinness to launch a new fantasy football league game. It's called Guinness Football Manager, and it gives all the football fans in Cameroon the opportunity to fill in my footsteps and become a fantasy manager by picking their own team, choosing their own players, and play in a fantasy league.
This epic football legend has been admired all over the world, not just as a footballer who has given so much glory to his country, but also envied by football fans as well as practitioners of the game for his coaching aptitude, and hence is referred to as the boss. A portfolio that he believes can be attributed to anyone who subscribes at m.guinnessvip.com to be a Guinness Football Manager. According to the marketing director of Guinness Cameroon SA, by signing up for free at m.guinnessvip.com, everyone is eligible to be a Guinness Football Manager.
You see the performance of your player on the ground, and that is being you win points by having the right team on. You win points, and every day you raise your game on the fantasy league.
The brand launch press conference that took place in Douala at Hotel Le Méridien was an opportunity for Roberto Dimateo to appraise the state of Cameroon and African football ahead of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. He also took time off to explain the stakes involved in managing a club, while encouraging football fans to get the experience by signing up for Guinness Football Manager.
I think Cameroon has shown that they can play in the World Cup. They've qualified many times, I think it's 5 times, and they have players that play in some of the best leagues.
His first visit to Cameroon is certainly a dream come true for staff and players of Union of Douala, as they got to have a training session with him at the Douala Omnisport Stadium. From the stadium, Dimateo visited some prominent faithful Guinness consumers in sports around Douala, alongside Guinness officials who had the chance to tell their consumers how to drink the world's best beer responsibly.
Consumers of Guinness have the opportunity to win exciting and interesting prizes like airtime, iPads, and t-shirts. I'd like to remind our loyal Guinness consumers that whenever they're out with their friends, they should always keep an eye on them so that they go home safely. When you're drinking, you shouldn't drive, and if you're driving, please don't drink.
This is therefore the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Cameroon and other African football lovers to follow the footsteps of their icon, Roberto Dimateo, and be the boss by signing up for Guinness Football Manager at m.guinnessvip.com to coach their fantasy team and compete amongst other fellow managers to win marvelous prizes. Guinness, made of more. Promotions open to those aged 21 and above. Drink responsibly.